is it?
I don't mean to scare you. I just want to make sure that I tell you this the best way.
Tell me what?
Well, did you talk to Agatha at the hospital this afternoon? Did she say anything to you about the church the night of the explosion?
No, we just talked about her case.
All right, so I just want to make sure that you don't get your hopes up too high. I mean, I have no proof for this. It's just what Agatha said she saw.
What?
There is a chance, just a chance, that Meyson didn't die in the fire that night.
I have run out of patience. Ming Li has played me for the fool far too long.
Why are you so upset, Major?
When I arrived home from the airport last night, I found Kane and Andrea here. Kane was finishing dressing, and Andrea made a comment before she realized that I was in the room, which could only be interpreted to imply that they had just made love in my living room.
I'm sorry. I didn't understand why you were so angry.
Their audacity is only a small portion of my anger. It is obvious to me now that Ming Li is incapable of seducing Kane, either because of her own shortcomings or because of her lack of determination to follow my orders.
What are you gonna do?
You bring her to me, and don't you dare come back telling me that you couldn't find her.
I'm sure you'll understand if I don't apologize for interrupting. Clark, I need you in OR3. If you can manage to restrain your ill-timed amorous advances toward my daughter.
I'll see you after this.
Move it, Clark. I have a patient on the table in a life-threatening situation. And I really don't want to have to explain to him that his surgery was delayed because of the romantic escapades of my assistant surgeon. You have 5 minutes.
Yes, Doctor.
Daddy, if that was meant to embarrass me, you could have picked a different time.
I'm not looking to embarrass you, but this is a hospital, not the tunnel of love. I expect that kind of irresponsibility from Clark, but certainly not from you.
That's too humble.
Hey!
Oh, well, tell me. Who won? You were the flower man.
Oh, that's very funny, Keith.
You know something? The last time we saw our heroine, she was tumbling face forward into CC's boudoir. He was about to consummate a deal, yet another business deal, with the lovely Lydia Saunders.
Then he dragged me down the stairs, threw me out the front door, and I landed in the rose bushes.
What happened? Did you make it with him?
I didn't stick around to find out, Keith. The last thing I heard CC say was, "Bring out the guard dog!" Where were you? Why didn't you wait for me? Where were you?
Honey, I just couldn't stay. I hate the sight of blood, you know, especially my own.
What is this?
What?
Your memoirs?
Give me that.
It's supposed to be some kind of joke? You can't be serious. A letter of resignation, effective immediately? Keith, come on.
Doing good. Here you go. Here you go.
How you doing, Mingli?
Fine, Dad. How are you doing?
Good. Good. And, how come aren't you saying hello to your buddies anymore?
I was watching you work the room.
Ah, yes. Exciting, isn't it? It's pretty busy. It must be a full moon or something. You, by yourself?
I'm not saying no.
Oh, sure you are. Why not? It's still early.
Don't worry about me.
Well, it's not you I'm worried about. It's this long face. See, it's bad for business here, so I have to make you smile. I got it. You want to dance with me?
No, thanks. Really, not up to it.
Oh, come on. Look, don't tell me you can resist this beat. One dance with me, and you're going to want to dance again. Come on. Here you go. There you go. See.
How did you know I was here? Never mind that. We've got trouble. The Major wants to see you right away.
Well, tell the Major I don't want to see him.
This is no joke, Mingli. He's very angry. I don't know what he's going to do.
Care. I saw those deportation papers. He wants to send me to Vietnam. Let him do as he pleases.
You don't mean that.
What chance do I have? That man is too powerful.
I don't want you to give up, Mingli. I want to help you. Together we could find a way to stop him.
Wait a second. What are you telling me? That Meyson is still alive after all this? Good God!
There's a possibility. We're not sure. But Agatha swears she saw him coming out of the church tonight from the fire.
No, I was with Timmons when he gave the coroner's report. He said that there were positive matches for Mason's dental records and whatever the remains were in the fire, so that didn't happen.
Not exactly. It was a match of one tooth match for Mason's dental records. It's possible that he may have fallen and lost a tooth, and that would still provide a match.
No. See, he would have contacted me. He knew the kind of hell I would go through. He wouldn't want to put me through that. He would have said something.
Well, maybe he couldn't contact you. Maybe he was injured. Maybe he had some other reason for staying in hiding.
If Agatha thought that this was true, why didn't she say so before?
Because she wanted to close down the McCormick investigation. She thought with Meyson dead, it would be the end of the investigation. She had no idea you were going to get involved. Now she's got nothing to lose by telling the truth.
Okay. All right. If there's the slightest chance that he is alive, then I'm going to find him.
All right, but we don't know where to look. He could
I don't
be
care.
anywhere.
Will you come with me to the church?
Why? Why?
Because that was the last place that he was. We can comb through the place. We can find anything that we overlooked. I don't care. I'm going to do it again. Because if there's any proof, anything at all that he's alive, I'm going to find it.
You see, the clerk's bad habits are beginning to rub off on you. Don't you have any patients to attend to?
Yeah, I do in a minute. I had something that I need to say to you first.
If, you're referring to that unfortunate scene I happened to walk in on, don't bother to apologize.
Daddy, if there's any apologizing to be done around here, I think it should be you.
I fail to see why.
You know, let me say something here, and I'm going to try to say this as clearly as possible. If you can't manage to allow me to live my life the way that I want to live it, then I don't want you in my life.
Heather, I'm...
No, let me finish this, Daddy. I got to say this. You know, it's amazing to me how some things never change. Ever since I was a little girl, you've tried to run my life by telling me what to do. You chose my friends for me. You told me how to dress. You even told me what books to read. And never once did I question it or try to fight back. Like mother, like daughter, I just sat there and took it. Michael was the smart one. He got out when he could.
Your brother was a fool.
Yeah, but Daddy, isn't that what we all are to you? Everyone? No one is ever good enough for you. No one ever stands up to the great God Donnelly. You know, you just hammer away at people. At Mother, at me, at Michael. You beat people into the ground until there's nothing left for them. Until they're too tired or too scared to try to fight back. They have no ego, no self-respect. There's nothing...
I think that's quite enough.
No, I don't think so. Do you want to know what's kept me going all these years? I knew that if I could just finish college and earn my degree, I could write my own ticket anywhere without you. And along the way, I found out that I didn't need you always standing over me, telling me that I wasn't good enough, that I didn't have what it takes to make it. Because I do. Here I am, Daddy. I made it. without you. I am not your little girl anymore, Daddy. I am gonna see who I want, when I want, and I'll be damned if I'm gonna let you back in my life to tell me that I'm not good enough, because I am. Maybe you're not.
You can't be serious about this, Keith. You can't quit. Are you nuts?
Are you kidding me? This is the sanest thing I've ever done in my life. Next to marrying you. Know that? Scratch that. That was a moment of momentary lunacy.
Keith, I'm serious.
I am serious. I've never been more serious in my life.
This
okay?
does not make any sense, Keith. No sense at all. Do you know how many times you've sat me down and made me listen to that speech of yours? The one about you work so hard to get where you are.
I didn't work. I sleazed and I schemed, and I've schemed myself right out of my career, okay? Wainwright is probably in my office right now, emptying at my desk and hanging drapes, so give me a break.
Is that what you're worried about? That poor man's Nancy Drew?
The woman is about to lower the boom on me. I thought maybe I would, get out with a little bit of my reputation left. You know, sneak out of town before they take away my parking pass.
How many times do I have to reassure you, Keith? Don't worry about Julia. She's all talk, no action.
The woman is not about to give up her crusade to crucify me, darling. Oh, come on. She thinks I'm guilty of Mason's death. She wants to see me publicly flogged.
So what am I supposed to tell Brandon, Keith? I'm gonna go home and tell the kid his father just quit? Is that what I'm supposed to say?
Yes.
What kind of an example do I set
It was a
for him?
great example. Because I'm teaching him to cover his back. There are a million knives out there ready to plunge into it.
I can't believe I'm hearing these words out of the mouth of a man that said he saw Casablanca 100 times. Oh, he would never do this. He wouldn't just walk away when the chips were down. No way.
Well, I'm not Humphrey Bogart. I'm not even Ingrid Bergman. Peter Lorre, I'll give you.
Thank you.
That's so you play another one.
You like sad songs? The sadder the better, huh?
Well, it helps when you know how to play them.
And I do.
Don't talk. Play.
That's lovely. We just sing the next one?
Well, it depends on the song. Summer me, winter me, and with your kisses, morning me, evening me. And as the world slips far away, star away, forever me with love. And every day I'll gentle you, tender you, and all the way I'll velvet you, clothe you. I'll wrap you up and ribbon you, rainbow you, and shower you with shine. Suddenly, magically, we found each other. There we were, here we are. I plan to let you happy me, summer me, winter me, always be mine.
TJ, why don't you watch that stuff, all right? Look at this. You've already killed 3/4 of a bottle already. You're going to start to hallucinate.
Maybe that wouldn't be such a bad idea, though. Huh? I could hallucinate. Everybody stops telling me what to do.
I hear you. All right, it might not be such a bad idea, though, if you would at least try a little bit lighter stuff for a while, okay?
It might not be such a bad idea if you just mind your own business.
Hey, it's just a suggestion. Okay? I mean, who's going to tell you if your friends don't?
Yeah, well, I appreciate the effort, friend, but why don't you get the hell out of my face before I tell you what to do with all that advice crap?
Maybe I should just run away, leave town. Somewhere where the Major won't be able to find me.
Oh, he'll find you, all right, believe me. But you don't have to leave. I have a plan.
Guy, I don't want you to get in trouble because of me.
There won't be any trouble. Now, just listen. I'm going to walk out of here and into the Major's house alone. I'm going to tell the Major that when I went to go and bring you to him, that you were with Kane, together making love.
He'll know you're lying.
Not if we have the same story. You will have done exactly as the Major ordered, and he'll be forced to quit threatening you with deportation.
Just because I've slept with Kane one time?
The Major believes that when you sleep with Kane, the woman he believes is his daughter, it'll destroy his entire moral base, that it will ruin him.
So what exactly am I supposed to tell him then?
That Kane regretted whatever happened between the two of them, and that he vowed it would never happen again. This will force the Major into realizing that what he's doing will no longer go on.
And what if he decides to take it out on me?
I won't let him hurt you. I promise.
Why are you doing this for me? If the Major discovers you've betrayed him...
He won't discover a thing. I just can't stand back and let him hurt you any longer. The Major is hurting himself, and he doesn't even realize it. It's just the best thing for everyone concerned.
I'm afraid.
I know you are, Mylène. But what choice do you have?
I said I'd never leave you.
And you never will. I'm no good at being noble. It doesn't take much to see that our problems on a hill of beans in this crazy world. Someday you'll understand that, kid.
Keith.
Yes. Looking at you, kid.
They're playing our song.
He'll look at me and smile. I'll understand.
The first time we heard it, that night in Paris.
That was a lifetime ago. This is now. Decided to give up. You know what this is?
The letters of transit.
My resignation.
I won't let you do it. I'd rather see you dead than to see you give up.
Put the toy away, kid. You know you were never good with rods. Well, just happy to see you. What's the use? You know what I'm gonna do before I do it? What am I gonna do now?
Kiss me.
I think this is gonna be the start of a beautiful friendship.
Well, at least we'll always have Paris.
What did you say?
Give me that.
What are you doing?
I won't let you give up. I'd rather see you dead than to see you give up.
What are you talking about?
The letters of transit.
Do you know living with you is like walking in the middle of a movie?
Well, at least it's never boring. Give me another kiss.
You play some piano.
Oh, look at you. What are you doing? I haven't seen you here in a long time. Well, you picked a great night. The place is really hopping, and I've got a table for you right
You know,
here.
I don't know if I'm going to stay yet, Ted.
Look, do me a favor. Please stay away from TJ tonight, okay? He has been really drinking steadily all night tonight. Something's going on strange with the guy.
I'll be okay.
Where's Mingley?
In bed with Kane.
What?
I was looking through the windows of Kane's house trying to find her. When I reached the bedroom, they were there. I could only stay a moment, but I'm sure they were making love.
Go bring the car around.
Why? Where do you want to go?
To see the wreckage of a human life. I have waited a long time for this night. Revenge this sweet has to be savored before it's lost. I want to memorize the look on Kane's face when he realizes what he's done.
Major, perhaps we should wait.
Why? Is there something you're not telling me?
No, that's not it.
Then what? What is it, Kai? You're not lying to me, are you?
No. No, why would I do that?
I wonder. Go back there. Get Ming Li. Bring her to me. I want to hear her tell me.
All right.
Seems really strange to be here after what you told me.
Are you all right? Looked like you were going to faint down in the boiler room.
I just couldn't catch my breath for a minute. There was a part of me that expected to see Mason standing in the doorway. Now, wait a minute. If it wasn't Mason's body, then whose was it?
Lester, the handyman. He was down fixing the water heater. According to Agatha, that explains the explosion in the body.
Didn't anybody miss him?
He's a drifter. He doesn't have any family.
It's terrible. What's even more terrible is that I'm hoping that it really was him, because that way I know that Mason may be out there somewhere.
That's normal. It's easier to mourn somebody you don't know. I'd like to believe that Mason's alive, too. I was very sure that he got out.
And why didn't you say that before?
I didn't know why I should say anything. And the dental charts matched, and it just seemed like wishful thinking until Agatha told me about Lester downstairs.
Agatha's telling you the truth. Mason's alive.
How can you be so sure?
I don't know, but I am. I know it like I know if Samantha's sick or she's in trouble. Mason's alive. He's got to be.
And now back to the Emmy Award-winning Santa Barbara.
How's the patient?
Which one?
You. After your father laid me down for the count before, I thought he was going to turn on you as his next opponent.
Well, he did, and I think I actually won that round.
What?
Yeah, can you believe it? My own father, I really let him have it.
Hey, that's great. Well, that explains why he was acting the way he was in OR.
Why, how was he acting?
Well, you know the way that he usually is, right? He presides over surgery like he's conducting an opus by Wagner. Not this time. He didn't insult me once. Matter of fact, he didn't say a word. So I couldn't stand the silence, so I slipped in a few choice remarks of my very own.
What'd you say?
No, nothing that you probably didn't already say at least 10 times better. Well, anyway, he couldn't finish the surgery. He handed it over to me, and then he walked out.
Oh, Scott.
What? Oh, come on. Don't tell me you feel sorry for him. Heather, your father's been asking for this for a long time.
Yeah, but I think that my timing was just off. You know, I should know better than to start something before he goes into surgery.
Hey, you didn't start anything. He did. But it sounds like you finished it, and I'm proud of you.
I'm such a hero. Why don't I feel like it?
It's probably because you're still in shock. It's taken you 20 years to get up the nerve to tell your father what you felt.
Yeah, well, I waited 20 years. Why did I have to open my mouth now? You know, I don't know. I didn't... Maybe I shouldn't have said anything, you know? I know my father. I know how he is. He's not going to change. I should just, left him alone and not let it get to me.
You know what you psychologists would call what you're doing right now? Move over. You're rationalizing your father's behavior because you know he's not going to apologize to you for the things that he's done to you. Heather, stop making excuses for the man. He's a big boy. He can deal with it.
Yeah, I don't know if I can.
Sure you can. Anyway, that's what I'm here for. You don't need somebody in your life who's going to constantly beat you down and make you feel bad about yourself. You're too good for that.
Am I?
Yeah, you are. You deserve better. And I'm here to see that you get it.
You and only you, baby. And that's all that matters.
Oh, Kelly, listen, I just had a call from Eden. She wants us to come over right away. Something about Meyson.
Meyson?
Yeah. Well, she wouldn't tell me anything over the phone. Come on, okay? We'll take my car.
Very important, Minley. I want you to tell me, in your own words, exactly what happened with Kane tonight.
There's not much to tell. Kane came home late for dinner. He'd been drinking. I think he and Andrea had had a fight. Anyway, he seemed very angry. I went into the kitchen to fix him a drink, and he followed me there.
What happened then?
I could feel his eyes moving when I moved around. I reached for something in the cupboard, and I pretended to lose my balance, and I fell into him. He held me and didn't let me go. Started kissing me.
Did he say anything?
There was no talking. He picked me up and carried me into the bedroom, and we made love.
Whose bedroom? Yours or his?
His.
How was he?
I don't understand.
Was he a good lover?
I didn't notice. I just wanted to get it over with.
And what happened after?
Pushed me away. I thought he was going to hit me. It was like he went crazy or something. Kept on saying over and over again how much he loved Andrea and how what we did was wrong and should never happen again. I was afraid, so I ran into my own room and I locked the door. And that's when Kai came to get me.
I can always tell when someone's lying to me. And you just lied to me. And so did you. Now, no one is leaving this room until I find out what the hell is going on.
This must be a terrible shock for you. Almost like somebody coming back from the dead.
It's not terrible. It's a shock, but it's more like a miracle. You believe this happen every day, don't you?
Yes, don't you?
I thought that I'd never believe in anything again.
Now that Meyson may be alive, does that help you to believe?
Yes.
Good. Where do we go from here?
We go find him. We find anything we can find to figure out what happened to him. Why didn't he call me? This doesn't make any sense.
Whoa, what happened to the faith you were just telling me about?
All right. Let's just find him. God, let's just find him. And then we'll ask questions later.
Okay, what do you want to do first?
I want to go home. And I want to talk to my daughter.
Okay.
And I want to tell her that her father may be coming home.
Okay, can I come with you?
No, please. I just want to be alone with her for a little while, but I promise I'll call you right after.
Okay. I'll be here.
Thank you for telling me the truth. And thank you for giving me hope. Because I had forgotten what that felt like.
All right, your turn. Best year.
Okay, 1955. Mel Torme, Ella Fitzgerald, headlining at the Garden Room at the Plaza Hotel. Okay, now it is my turn, and I say best jazz singer.
Male or female?
Female.
Okay, living or dead?
Either.
Either. Well, dead's no contest. Lady Day. Lady Day. Now, living, that's a little more complicated. Let's see. I would say it'd have to be a toss-up between Anita Baker and Diane Shure. Best jazz club.
East Coast or West, Monitor, Dixieland.
Dixieland. Right, forget it. I think you're a little too good for me.
I doubt that. I've heard you play the piano. So where'd you learn?
I know, here, there, London, mostly. And you? I know a trained voice when I hear one.
Well, thanks for the compliment. But I haven't had any training, at least formal training. you ever hear of a little club in L.A. called the Blue Orchid?
Yeah.
Well, I started singing there, literally singing for my supper. Then I started touring a little bit, but that got old real fast.
And what about Santa Barbara? I mean, I like it here, but, you know, Johnny's isn't exactly on the circuit, is it?
Well, I just thought I'd settle down here for a while. I'm actually not sure what I'm gonna do.
What could I say that would convince you?
Tell me you're straight and not married.
Married.
Well, can't blame a girl for trying. So why don't you play another song?
Who's the looker with Jeffrey?
Hasn't your curiosity got you into enough trouble today?
He's just curious, that's all. I mean, I'm concerned about Kelly. I mean, I'd hate for the marriage to be on the rocks, and I certainly don't see her around anymore. Speaking of trouble, here comes some.
Jeff, this ought to be fun. Listen, can you get anyone to cover for you? We have to go to Eden's right away.
Yeah, what is it?
Oh, God, I don't know the details. Eden just called, and it looks like Meyson may still be alive.
Father. Please forgive me. I feel ashamed to come before you, having committed the sin of pride in your name. When I was a rookie on the police force, I'd stop in the chapel every day. After roll call, I always felt torn between what I found out in the streets every day and what I found in here with you. Felt strange kneeling at your altar with a gun at my side. Felt I had to choose between what I did for my work and following you, so I followed you. But when I gave up the badge for this collar, I'm still searching. When Mark died, I thought I had the power to protect those that you wanted me to take care of, but I was wrong. I should have trusted in you, but instead I played God. Father, I need you. I have no right to ask for your forgiveness, but I'm asking for it. Help me. Bring me out of this terrible darkness. Back into the light.
I'm going to tell you something that's hard to understand, because Mommy doesn't even understand it. Remember when I told you that Daddy had to go away and he couldn't come back anymore? Well, Mama may have made a mistake. Mama hopes she made a mistake. Because if there's any way I can bring him home to you, I will, so he could tuck you in at night and read you stories. Yeah, and take you to the beach. I want that for you more than I want anything in the whole world. Yes, Angel. We gotta find him, Monkey. We're gonna find him.
Hey, open up, will ya?
Well, that's more like it. I'm from the escort service. They said something about you wanting some scotch. You owe me $4. I got the good stuff.
Today, a Republican convention preview.
I'm Deborah Norville. Also, after William Dafoe and efforts to save the endangered wolf.
Join us tomorrow morning on Today.